The first sales conversation with a new prospect can be tough. After all, people tend to distrust those who try to sell them something. Therefore, salespeople rather don't expect much enthusiasm when they make the first call and they contact with a new client. Most of them experience many emotions when meeting a prospect for the first time. If you are just starting out your sales career, you may feel nervous. You want to make a good first impression, but you may not know what to say. You are afraid that you will forget to ask about the most important things, or worse, that someone will not want to talk to you. You are looking for a solution. You find that there is something like Sales Script, highly effective sales tool for building rapport, increasing leads, and driving sales. And you are fucked. Let's start with the most important thing. When you meet up with your friends or family, you don't think what you are going to say. No matter how long you haven't seen them, you know that the conversation will be interesting and you don't need any special preparation. I'm not saying that you don't need preparation before talking to a new client. Quite the opposite. The point is that we all have a natural inclination to hold a conversation and you don't need to force anything to make a good impression. The trick is not to say stupid things, but only important and meaningful. At the same time, eliminate the inner monologue, the desire to be perfect and not to filter the spoken words. And yes, I know what it sounds like, but only then you will be persuasive and look natural in the eyes of your potential clients, as well as what you say will have true power and strength. Therefore, first of all, you need to be relaxed, not lost in your thoughts and tense. No matter what you say, once you say it, you should feel good about it. Over time, you will be able to combine these two theoretically contradictory things. I mean, logic and no thinking. As far for the first conversation with a new prospect, be specific. Get to the point of your call right away. Prospects don't have time to talk and to answer your question if they don't know what your intentions are. By getting right to the point, you show the prospect that you respect their time as well as your own. So start the conversation by showing that you did your research on the company and you are not a random sales guy who has no idea to who he's calling to. At the beginning, say something that positions you as an expert and help build your credibility. For example, Mr. Prospect, I'm calling you because our mutual friend thought that my assistance could be helpful in implementing a new project that your company is working on. Or, I know that X, Y, and Z is going on in your industry, and I know how it affects your business. As I personally work in the same business, if you give me a minute, I will explain what my company can do for you. Those types of opening lines should be customized for each prospect, so you must spend time before you make a call. You have to show that you took your time to research the company and understand what's going on in their industry. Prospects want to know if you have experience working with companies like theirs and the right knowledge. Nobody likes salespeople, but we all like sales consultants and want to have trusted advisors who will recommend and indicate the best possible solution. And that's a big difference. Keep it in mind every time you make a call. But it still doesn't mean you have to know everything. Just enough to move conversation in the right direction. So don't make excuses in your own mind. Don't be afraid to push and ask the tough questions, but only then when you manage to get the client's attention. The same goes for giving advice. The first phone call with a new prospect is usually followed by the first meeting. Whatever the context of the first conversation was, be sure to deliver on your promise. Often salespeople get their foot in the door by sharing something of value. If you set the meeting in this context, be sure to deliver on your promise. If you say you have a solution to a client's problem, you should have one. If you say you can reduce costs or maximize profits, prove it. Nothing kills trust, credibility, and sale quicker than empty promises. Just remember that the main goal of your first conversation is to engage the prospect enough so that they agree to a second conversation with you. It's not about having any innovative ideas, only to arouse enough curiosity to make your prospect want to hear more. As I started at the beginning, people are social creatures. Most of us want to meet people from whom we can learn something new and have a good time. That's why, when the situation is favorable and the atmosphere more relaxed, make a small talk and find out something more personal about your prospect. But not to use it as an advantage to smoothly close a sale, but to strengthen a bit your relationship, just to make your next contact more enjoyable experience. When you start to treat a conversation with a new client as a regular conversation with people you know, rather than trying to manipulate someone and make a good first impression, then your effectiveness will increase dramatically. My name is Pavel. I built a network of contact and sales from scratch several times in my career on the European market for companies operating in the industrial sector. If you are looking for reliable information and sales advice, please subscribe and see you soon.